Sony is set to release 2 more superhero movies this year, and if they even want some sort of a chance to even compete with the MCU, they desperately need Venom the Last Dance to do well, because Madam Web was absolute shit show and it barely broke even in the box office, and then before that they had fucking Morbius, so shit's not looking good. Now, I didn't plan on being this critical of the new Venom movie, but after Sony made us watch this bullshit, it just changed my mind, bro. At this point, it's really clear that Sony has no idea what they're doing with any movie that doesn't involve Spider-Man as the center of the story. For some reason, they have it in their mind that niggas want to see whole movies based off Spider-Man villains and side characters. This shitty plan that they have doesn't give me any confidence in their ability to make any kind of like live action movies. Cause don't get me wrong, Spider-Verse is really good shit, but all their other live action stuff just isn't, it's not up to par, bro. But honestly, it is kind of impressive that they dropped Morbius and Madam Web back to back, so let me not be too hard on them. Venom is such an iconic character, and I know there's a lot of people out there who have Venom as their favorite Marvel character, or superhero character in general for that matter. So I'd honestly hate it for Venom's last solo movie to be a fucking stinker. The problem with the recent Sony superhero movies that have dropped in the past is that they honestly feel very low effort. They all got bad dialogue, bad plots, bad acting. All these things give me gas and make my balls itch. I don't like that shit. The first 2 Venom movies were bad, but they're a good kind of bad, if you know what I mean. It's like being drunk and eating Taco Bell at 3 a.m. It tastes good at the moment, but you know you're gonna be ass pissing some poop soup into the toilet later on. And Venom 1 and Venom 2 actually made a profit after release, so they're already leagues ahead of these 2 dumbass niggas right here. Now, Madam Web and Morbius are also bad movies that are funny to laugh at, but I think the big difference is these 2 movies are bad, but in a way that it's not super enjoyable. Like, if they lean more into the insanity, it'd be a lot more enjoyable to watch it. It's almost like whenever you get called up to the front of the class and you got a fucking boner, and it's just like, everybody knows why you brought your folder up there, nigga. Let us see it.
What?
And I'm also almost certain that Craven is going to be just as bad, but I hope it's bad in a way that it gives me a good giggle, a good niggle, if you will. I'm going to be real with y'all. I think the actual reason why I'm being this uptight and critical about this movie is because I don't want that fucking mouse to continue monopolizing everything. Mickey's greedy ass is consuming literally everything from fucking sports to different film studio, FX, Marvel, Star Wars, goddamn Simpsons. This nigga's a greedy bitch and he's gotta be stopped. But for real though, I really want these Sony movies to be good and do well, because I think that if they're able to put out projects that are consistently on par or even anywhere close to the Spider-Verse quality, this might drive the MCU to be more innovative and leave their copy-paste movie style. And this may be wishful thinking on my part, maybe being too hopeful, but maybe Warner Bros. Sees Sony doing some good shit, and they're like, wow, we got James Gunn now. Maybe we can improve and do better, but it's a reach, I know. Alright, so the first thing that Venom the Last Dance needs to do is improve on their character writing. Now, the writing in these movies is fucking bad, it's awful. But again, this adds to the it's so bad that it's good shtick. The area of writing that I think needs to improve is with Venom and Eddie. Don't get me wrong, I like their buddy cop thing that they got going on. But these 2 have had the same struggle for the last 2 movies. And I don't want to see that shit anymore. I'm tired of it. I don't want to hear them bickering about how, oh, you made my life suck, because they both suck and you're both losers. And I don't want to hear Eddie talking about, oh, I don't want to bite people's heads off because I have morals. And speaking of biting heads off, that brings me to my next point. The next thing that this movie needs to do is make sure that it has an R rating. The first 2 movies are rated PG, and I think that's kind of shitty considering they're a movie about Venom, a nigga who bites off other niggas' heads. In my opinion, the first Venom movie was really held back by that PG-13 rating, so the action scenes were kind of boo-boo. Like, look at this shit, man. Let There Be Carnage had some better action scenes, but I want to see some fucking blood, man. Now, this may not be a problem because I did see a quote from Tom Hardy, saying that they were allowed to push it with this. And then in the trailer, you actually get to see these niggas get their head bitten off. There's no blood, but it's still promising. They actually showed it. And finally, number 3 is they need to build on this already established buddy cop relationship between Eddie and Venom. Like I said before, I like this dynamic between these two. It's my favorite thing about these movies right after the insane crazy shit that the writers come up with. I think Eddie being the tired, depressed straight man that has to babysit the equivalent of a toddler in the body of fucking DK Metcalf with superpowers is really funny. Some people don't like it, but I really like seeing Venom acting goofy.
Tell me this, Einstein. Who could have wanted to steal Octavius' technology?
Ooh, we know!
Who?
The Submariner.
The Submariner? Get serious, will you?
The mighty Thor.
Are you out of your mind? Don't answer that.
Galactus.
Also, another part of their dynamic that I really like and I think is really good is that they're both huge fucking losers. It's kind of normal for your main protagonist to be like The Rock and never really lose a fight, but there's just some sort of crack in seeing these two idiots who have fucked up their lives and all their relationships work together to save the day, and it just hits so hard. It makes them really endearing characters. Eddie and Venom are really just two dumb bitches screaming exactly at each other, and I love it. To me, the most important thing this movie needs to get right has to be writing a good and new story arc for Venom and Eddie. If they're not able to give these two a good character writing for their final film, I'm a little worried about how people are going to react to it. Now again, with how the second movie ended, this may not even be an issue, but I'm still a little worried for it. But I am excited to see how these two meathead ass niggas work together, after fully accepting each other as a friend, forming a truly symbiotic relationship. That being said, they could still fuck this shit up. In the trailer, they do this bit.
We're
Venom! Venom!
This shit made me cringe, I'm not gonna lie, and it kind of drags on for way too long. But in the full context of the movie, it might be funnier and fit a little bit better. This bit does make me a little nervous because it makes it seem like they're still not on the same page, even though they're two niggas that have lived in the same body for multiple years at this point. This could be in the beginning of the movie, but even then, I still think that's gonna make me upset. Cause if we're really being honest, if a nigga's been inside of me, best believe we gonna be super locked in. To sum everything up, Venom the Last Dance needs better character writing for Eddie and Venom, an R rating that ups the ante with the action and gives Venom some more violent shit to do, and it needs to build on and expand upon the already established buddy cop dynamic between our two favorite idiots. I think at its worst, this movie's probably just gonna make me like piss myself from laughing at how bad and insane it is, because just from the trailer we're already seeing some crazy ass shit. And at its best, I think it'll be similar to Deadpool and Wolverine, just like a nice going home last farewell to a super endearing and well-loved character. From a personal standpoint, I think it's a win-win for me. I think I'll have a pretty good time watching the movie. Like, it'll be a movie that you can get drunk and make fun of with your friends. But as for Sony, I hope this film is able to give their fans a good movie and also gives them some hope in their movie making abilities. But yeah, man, that's my thoughts and hopes for the next Venom movie. Comment down below and let me know what you're excited about or worried about with this movie. And if you like this video, go ahead and show niggas some love. Give me a little like, a little subscribe, you know? Watch my old videos. Okay. Bye-bye now.
Hop up at the bed, turn my swag on. Take a look in the mirror, say what's up. Yeah, I'm getting money. Oh. To the nigga, why you hating on me? Tell that nigga, why you hating on me? Tell that nigga, oh my god. Turn the swag on. Take a look at it. You, yeah, trick, yeah.